Good morning. Happy Father's Day. And thank you for starting your day with me, Zach Clayton, President and Founder of Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass, and the PACT Podcasting Network. And our daily effort called What You Got.
Hi, friends. It's me, Barry. Good morning. It is a great day to come together and ask the question, what you got?
Again, I want to thank you so very much for joining us today on What You Got, where every sunrise gives us another chance to celebrate something meaningful, honor the people who shape our lives, and lift our community one small act at a time. Today, our mission is to honor the people who guide us, teach us, steady us, and love us in ways that shape who we become. It's Father's Day. Father's Day began in 1910 in Spokane, Washington, inspired by a daughter who wanted to honor her father, a Civil War veteran who raised 6 children on his own. Over time, the celebration grew into a national tradition, recognizing fathers, stepfathers, grandfathers, mentors, and every man who chooses to show up with love and responsibility. This is where I get to get personal. Lovely, right? Dad, happy Father's Day. I love you. And I want to thank you for everything. For everything. The ups, the downs, the sideways. I want to thank you for guiding me into manhood. You talk all the time about how you've got 3 sons who are really good at certain things and you just don't understand how that happened because you don't give yourself enough credit. You allowed us and you shaped us and you told us. You're one of the reasons why I truly believe that we need to inspire our kids, and we can't limit what our kids can do. And that's because of lessons you taught us. You knew we were going to make mistakes. I remember the little things that you did when I was growing up. I remember the first, when Sarah and I got married. And you gave me a cassette tape of just recorded music. And you told me, Zach, I don't care if you ever listen to this. I just want you to know that every song on this tape has a message. I did listen to it. There was a bunch of music. There was a bunch of country music and stuff like that. And he said, the one thing to remember is that you're not going to be perfect. You're going to mess up. That's a lesson you have to learn, that you've got to mess up. Well, Dad, I've messed up. Plenty. See, my phone even agreed. But the one thing that I have learned through you and through time is that messing up does not mean that I've ended my life. Messing up does not mean that my journey ends. It's how I recover from messing up that my journey begins. The aforementioned truck that I talked about before, the truck that honked every time we made a left turn. There was one time that my brothers, my 2 brothers, Isaac and Charlie, and I were with my dad, and we were We were driving somewhere. I can't remember where. Really doesn't matter. In Garden City, Kansas, and we're just cruising along, and I looked at my dad and I said, "Hey, Dad, do you mind? Can you turn into Walmart?" Without a second's worth of thought. I mean, just instantly. It was like he knew I was going to ask. My dad took and went, nope, I'm just your dad. Folks, that was the funniest damn thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Had to have been 40 years ago, and I still laugh about it today. I still joke with Dad about it today. I've never asked him to turn into Walmart since. Because him being Dad is plenty good for me. Thank you, Dad. To my sons, all 5 of you now, thank you for being the men that you are. To the 3 of you, Mason, Josh, and Jaden, thank you for inviting me into your lives. Thank you for our conversations. Although they've been minor, they've been mighty. I've enjoyed them. Josh and Jaden, thank you for the opportunity to become grandpa. I know the transition was quick and it was sudden, and there wasn't a lot of discussion about it, and I know that you really didn't have much of a choice in it because I had a wife now, but the truth is that you two gentlemen have always made me feel part of the family, and I appreciate that. Mason, kiddo, I've really enjoyed getting to know you. I really enjoy our conversations. I cannot wait to get that Viking warrior caterpillar tattoo on our lower back or our ankle. We're joking, folks. Calm down. But I enjoy the conversations. I enjoy when you're here, how we are able to talk and do things. And I just appreciate you. I appreciate how you're able to help your mom through things. And I appreciate everything that, you are. Kayla and Britt, I love both of you. Thank you. Britt, you and I, we don't know each other very well. We haven't had a lot of chance to talk. Kayla, you said something that really made me feel good and made me understand. And look, kids, I know I'm not Dad. And I don't want to be. I'll never ask you to be Dad. I'm whatever you need me to be. But Kayla, you said something once, and it really made me. It hit me in the heart, and you said, you're very protective of your 2 beautiful girls, and I thank you for that, because I've truly fallen in love with them. And you told your mom that, I didn't know if I could trust him. But I see the way he is with those girls, and I know how much he loves them. And I'm here to tell you, and Brett, I'm here to tell you, I love your kids. I think being with them is, each one of them is so astonishing in their own way. Each one of them, I'm able to have a different conversation with. Still a little bit difficult with, still a little bit difficult with 2 of the girls, because, well, One is very young, and the other one, hey, you know what? I'm a weird guy she never really got to know. Granted, we went out and picked fish together, but every single kid I've enjoyed. Kids, I want you to know I will always be here, and I'll always be a sounding board for you to bounce stuff off of. And I know you didn't ask for it, but you got a big bear if you ever need one. Okay? I do love you all. To my two sons, you two mean everything to me. Oob, you and I had a wonderful day a couple weeks ago together, and it meant a lot. More than you'll probably ever know, unless, of course, you go back and see one of the videos that I've recorded. Free boy, kiddo, I am so proud of you. Living your dream, getting out there and doing what you want to do. I'm so excited to see the labors of your efforts coming up in July with your event. By the way, if anybody is in Japan, the 5th of July, there's a wonderful wrestling event going on. Check my pages to find out more. Go and support those wonderful kids that are working hard, and support my son, and bring me back a shirt because I want one. Gabby, welcome to our family. I'm so proud that you're joining us. I truly am astonished by you and how good you are with our son. And we are so looking forward to having you in our family. Being a father means so much. Being a grandfather is something I wanted when it happened. And when Adrian and I got married and I was thrust into being a grandfather, it became one of the most important things in my life. There is nothing more important to me than family. And that was taught to me by my grandfathers and my dad, my uncles, my aunts. Family means everything. And I want to wish every father out there, every stepfather, every mentor, every grandfather, every mother who has to run a double role, everyone who has to put on that father hat, I want to wish you a very happy Father's Day. So, Father's Day, people celebrate with family gatherings all the time, and I love it. You know, I do think it is kind of funny that mom gets taken out for a nice dinner, and dad gets raw meat to cook on a grill. Hey, Mom, we don't want you to have to cook, so we're going to take you out to eat. But Dad, here, go cook for us. I love it. I enjoy barbecuing, so it's great. And now I've got new toys, so I really love barbecuing. People celebrate with family in gatherings, backyard meals, phone calls, quiet moments of gratitude, and stories that remind us how powerful a steady presence can be. And here's a fun fact. Most popular Father's Day gift every year is a simple one, a heartfelt card. Because sometimes the most meaningful thing we can give is our words. And I am telling you right now, I just ran through a list of the most important people in my life, and just hearing their voice, just getting a text, seeing their words. What it just said is the absolute truth. It lets you know they're here, they're happy, they're okay. And as a father, as a grandfather, that's all you can wish for. So today we also celebrate National Arizona Day, honoring the Grand Canyon State and its incredible history, culture, and landscapes. Arizona's story stretches across centuries. Originally part of the Spanish and Mexican territories, the land later became part of the New Mexico Territory before shifting through multiple governments during the Civil War era. The United States officially organized the Arizona Territory in 1863, and on February 14th, 1912, Arizona became the 48th state, which means Arizona was the last intercontinental state added. Only Hawaii and Alaska came after. It is the 6th largest state in the nation and one of the most geographically diverse. From the Sonoran Desert to the pine forest of Flagstaff, from ancient cliff dwellings to vibrant modern cities, Arizona is a place shaped by Native American heritage, Mexican influence, and generations of settlers who built communities in some of the most striking landscapes on earth. The pictures you see of Arizona cannot do justice to how beautiful Arizona truly is. And at times, it's also barren. It is, Colorado to me is the most beautiful state in the world, but there are times you go from, it's so boring, to, it's gorgeous, to, I have no words. And that's just kind of Colorado. That's the way it is. So, Arizona, very similar. You get into some of the things, some of the gigantic cacti, some of the cliffs, some of the stuff that you see. And I only got to see it when I was driving trucks. So it was kind of at in a window's view as I was going through. But, it's gorgeous. I know their trucks, their check stations. Funny story. I was coming, heading to Los Angeles is where we were heading to. We were heading to Los Angeles with a load of cabbage from Mexico. And we got stopped in Arizona at the check station, and they do an amazingly detailed check of your truck. They got up there with flashlights and doing the whole thing, and I asked because I didn't know. I said, so what are you guys looking for? And they said bugs, insects on the cabbage. And I'm a smartass. I don't apologize for this, but I'm a smartass. So I say, what, you don't want the Mexican bugs mixing with yours? I'm driving through Arizona. Shit's hitting my windshield. That is huge bugs are hitting my windshield and blocking my view. So it, to me, was humorous. To them, it was not. They didn't find that funny. But that's okay, I did. Mining once drove the economy. But after the Great Depression, tourism became the heartbeat of the state. The Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, draws millions of visitors each year and stands as a reminder of the power of time, water, and wind. People celebrate National Arizona Day by exploring parks, supporting local businesses, learning about indigenous cultures, and sharing stories of the state's unique beauty. Arizona has more national monuments than any other state. It is a treasure chest of history and nature. Our giving partner is also a wonderful part of Arizona. She started Joyful Jobs as an organization dedicated, Emily Chavez, started a Joyful Jobs as an organization dedicated to the connecting people with meaningful employment and helping businesses find the right talent with the heart and purpose for their mission. Emily believes in dignity, opportunity, and the power of matching people with work that fits their strengths. You can learn more about Emily and Joyful Jobs by scanning the QR code above my shoulder. Or you can go to joyfuljobs.org in the Phoenix area. Look, if you're a nationwide company looking to hire, if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, call Emily. Get listed on her in her program. Get the people you're looking for. When you hire Emily to find the heart of your business, which is the people, you also have a chance to donate a portion of what you just hired her for to the mission partner of your choice. You get to choose who that is. So, as a wonderful giving partner, I thank Emily for being part of our program. You can also say, hey, Zach, Emily, can you give me an introduction? I don't know why I always want to say invitation, but it's introduction. Can you give me an introduction to Emily Chavez? And I will say, you bet. And I'll send out an email immediately introducing you to a wonderful, wonderful, young, inspiring, driven lady who just wants to make people's lives better by finding employment that suits them. June is also Pride Month. And I know this isn't going to make everybody happy, but it's not our job to make everyone happy. It's our job to let everybody know what's going on. Because people do deserve love, no matter who they are. And June is Pride Month, a time to honor the history, culture, and achievements of the LGBTQ plus community. This month is anchored in the anniversary of Stonewall riots, a moment that sparked a movement for equality, dignity, and the right to live openly and authentically. Father's Day and Pride Month intersect beautifully. Families come in many forms. Love shows up in many ways. And every person deserves to feel safe, supported, and celebrated for who they are. When we honor fathers, mentors, and caregivers today, we honor all who choose to love without conditions. So please, remember, everyone is human, no matter who you love, who you are. We all deserve a chance to have the best life we possibly can. The What You Got question of the day. Who is that father figure in your life who made you feel seen, supported, or stronger? Please share their name and what they taught you in the comments. Then like, share, subscribe to all your friends, and let's get their opinion, let's get their involvement. We'd like to grow. We'd like to get the message out and make sure that our message is getting to that one person who needs to hear what we're saying. So please share this to your friends today. And answer our question of the day, the what you got. Who is the father figure in your life who made you feel seen, supported, or stronger? Tag them. Let them know thank you. Let them know that you're loved. Let them that they're loved. Let them know you're loved. What the hell? Let them know that they're loved and appreciated. Let's fill this space full of gratitude. Let's make sure people feel important, because you know what? People are important. Our daily challenge is to reach out to someone who has guided you, a father, a mentor, a coach, a friend. Tell them what their presence has meant. A few words can become a memory that they carry for years. So, reach out. Because We tend to forget that we're not communicating with people. And when we do communicate with people, it often means so much more than even they thought. You don't have to spend a lot of time. Your words are important. Make sure that they hear how you truly feel. Time is fleeting, folks, and I hate to say this, but you know what? We're not here forever. And the worst thing that you can feel is like, I wish I would have said something. Well, here's your chance. Reach out to people today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing kindness. Thank you for being part of the mission that reminds people that they are never alone. Be the reason someone smiles today. And I will see you tomorrow for another celebration, another chance to lift our community together. And I'm going to introduce you to my twin brother. Huh?